Episode number 2 of Kids Got Something to Say. I'm Rashad.
Yes.
I'm getting over. The mic is here. Not there. The mic's here. We have one mic. All right, talk to the mic. All right. So with that being said, what are we doing today? Because I don't know.
Millennials versus Gen Z. Oh, in daily life, political life, we're versus each other.
All right. So what's the first versus?
Political life.
Okay.
So in the media, they make Gen Z out to be like these warriors, and we're really not. We're not as great as everybody makes us seem, and it's a lot of sensitive us. It's a lot of people not really doing nothing. They're just posting, but you're not really for the cause.
So I guess we won by default because you just definitely gave yourself an L on that one. Like, I don't understand how that. Don't understand how that works.
Like, we're great. We're good in some aspects, but like other aspects, it's okay. Like, media makes us out to be greater than we are. Media makes us out to be greater than we are, and I would say Gen Z is good, but we also have millennials behind us helping us, boomers, some of them helping us. It's not just Gen Z doing this by ourselves. We got people helping us.
Yeah, so you just skipped Gen X, huh? Like,
oh, yeah. I keep forgetting this a generation.
Like, forget them. Yeah.
Gen X is helping too.
Yeah, and the funny thing about this conversation is I'm not really a millennial. To be honest, I'm between a Gen X and a millennial from like 77 to 83. We call it Millennials. So we have like Gen X sensibilities with millennial characteristics. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we grew up with and without a computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up with and without the internet. We grew up with and without, cable TV. So it's a lot of things that we share with Gen X that we don't share with millennials and vice versa. So we had a very cross section when it comes to generations. But yeah, we won because you just gave yourself the L. So what's the next one?
TV, like, just famous people and all that. The media.
Media?
Yes.
Great. I'm glad you narrowed that down.
My gosh. Gen Z on media is just good and bad. It's like, it's always something with Gen Z. It's like, I can never catch a break. But like millennials on media, it's like, sleep, love, wine.
And to be honest with that, it's less of a, you're gonna have to talk up too. It's less of a it's an age thing. Like, okay, so I teach in real life, and I tell my students all the time, it's not about like we're the same. I just have more experience than you. What happens is because by nature, teens and young adults don't listen. It's just part of everybody's maturation process. Some things have to be experienced. You have to go through. You have to live, and you have to be hurt and get your feelings hurt and all that good stuff for you to actually understand. That's really where y'all are right now. Like, especially like when it comes to you, like 16 and above, like 16 to 22, 23 age range, 24. Y'all don't be listening to nobody. Y'all think I know everything. And I was the same way too. Like, I was legit 18 out here like, yo, y'all can't tell me nothing. And when I look back at myself, I was stupid. So some of that really, it has to do with just y'all don't have enough experience.
It'd be crazy on the media though.
But look who controls the media. It's not a bunch of Gen Zers.
It's not.
So it's again like there's a term called gatekeeping, where the people who control the media control the flow of information that comes out. So you can have a piece of the whole story, but the rest of the story isn't worthy for news, so they leave that out. And then what you get is, 15-year-old boy, you know what I'm saying? And yada, yada, yada. He's out here, sniffing crystal meth, but like it could have been a whole different situation.
Yes, they make us out to be like the villains in some cases. Like Fox News loves to do that, especially like on the TikTok platform. When
Fox on TikTok?
Yes. It's crazy
What?
up there.
Yo, I did not know Fox is on TikTok.
Like, I blocked them just because I don't want that on my feed. But even on like Fox News, the actual channel, they just be hating on TikTok. Like when remember when Trump didn't have people showing up to his rallies and stuff?
Yeah.
And like TikTok was behind that. They was so mad.
Yeah. Between TikTok and K-pop Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they was really on that. It was weird. Anyway.
The white people were shook at that.
Yeah. The conservative whites, they were not a fan of that at all.
TikTok, not a fan.
What's your next verses? And your beats are like annoyingly loud.
Sorry.
So loud.
Do I go like this?
Yeah, just hold them down. That's gonna
Crossing
help.
my arm.
Yeah.
Like that?
No.
Look.
Yeah, they still shake.
What was the next one I had? Just everyday life. We just be sucking at it. We don't even know how like to make a doctor's appointment. And I blame that on millennials because like our parents are millennials or zillennials and they basically did everything for us. We didn't, well, except like some kids do have to do their own stuff. I'm not saying, I'm not excluding y'all, but like most of Gen Z, we all have a little bit of social anxiety when it comes to doing certain stuff because our parents always did it for us. Like I saw in the news when Jesus when Jeezy
Jesus or Jesus
knockoff version of Jay-Z.
Wow. You just call it Jeezy and knockoff version of Jay-Z? Wow,
no,
Jeezy's
I
a
said
whole rapper.
Jeezy. Oh,
Young Jeezy? Now you disrespected Jeezy.
he's a white rapper.
Wow.
We talking about the white guy, right?
Talking about Young Jeezy from Atlanta.
Oh, I'm thinking of G-Eazy.
Oh, no. Never mind him.
He got a lot going on.
Yeah, he sucks. Go ahead.
Housing. But like, I blame this on millennials because like y'all coddled us a lot, but like we could go out and protest and stuff and not be scared to yell in police officers' face. We like, go make your appointment or go refill that prescription, and we be lost. Be like, hold on, how we do this? And like I do that a lot. I need you to walk me through this or give me a step-by-step instructions on how to do it because I just don't know what to do.
Yeah. Here's the thing with that. A lot of the stuff, okay, so in regards to a lot of that stuff, I'll be honest, when I was coming up, I wasn't even going to the doctor like that. So making an appointment, but I did have to do a lot of other things on my own. Like go to the store or, talk to adults, make, actually have to have conversation and interactions, like meaningful interactions with adults, like outside of my parents. Like my people forced me to do that. And in regards to the, whole social anxiety thing, which is really funny because I definitely had those same feelings. You know what I'm saying? We just they just weren't labeled. I didn't know what it was, but like I didn't want to do all those things. I didn't want to, sit there and explain myself to some grown person of whom I did not care about or feel that I needed to do. But that just was a part of growing up, and like we had to do it. Like it didn't matter. Like with us, and some of those things, to be honest, we definitely have shielded you from, especially you in particular, because you're the first child. So. Yeah, now you're just playing a lot of catch up, and that is our fault. So, sorry? I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out, yo. You're gonna have to be uncomfortable. You're gonna have to do those things. You have to make the appointment. Even like you was trying to write the email to your counselor. What do I say? I already told you what to say. Like, come on now. Why are you listening? So so those type of things you're gonna have to really figure it out and grind it out on your own.
Oh, and then like the last one is just us. It's like how we gonna be like when we grow up and stuff. I feel like we could be a good generation if we really put our minds to it. But that's like you can say that for all generations.
Yeah.
Basically.
So why?
I feel like because we have social media, we have ways we can talk to people in other countries. Like it's ways we can fix stuff that millennials, Gen X, baby boomers couldn't do because they didn't have the materials for it. So I feel like once we grow up and Gen Z can get into government, local, and national, I feel like we could change a lot of stuff if the right people get into it. Because it's a lot of us of this generation who are very bigoted racist, just like every other generation has had. So like, if the right people get into the right spots, the world could be a better place, basically. And then we care about more situations than adults do, because like adults have other stuff to worry about. Am I going to pay this bill? You know, what are my kids going to eat? We're young adults and below, so we don't really have to worry about that as much. So we can worry about other problems.
It's an interesting take. That's a real hot take you got there. My pushback to that would be, it's really everybody's responsibility, even like regardless of whether I have bills or I care totally about a thing. If it affects somebody, then you know it's going to affect everybody at some point, whether it be like large or small. So that's interesting. I can't say for certain that I totally agree with that, but I do understand your reasoning behind it. Everybody has to do their part, whether, you know, regardless of you know, you got bills to pay or not. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's kind of the funny thing about being your age is your perspective on the world is so much different than mine, even though I try to be as relevant as possible to you know, to your generation, because you know I have to teach them on a regular basis. So, you know how your mom be struggling with regular stuff. You know, like, come on, yo,
She's like, how I turn down the volume?
No, yeah, you know, like
side button.
Like, come on, yo, like don't start showing your age out here. You know, it's not that hard.
She's not even showing her age. She's acting like she's 50.
You just out here being like technologically inept. Anyway. The most hopeful part of this is, I mean, even like this past year, like how a lot of Gen Z really started to say, hey man, like this don't suck, man, I don't feel like doing this no more, and was really out here like not doing it anymore, you know. And I got a lot of respect for humanity as a whole for really trying to come together and do a lot of you know, activism and trying to, you know, protest and trying to have equality for all peoples and all creeds. So it was a very, even though it was a hard year, that was a bright spot, you know, for me. And I guess, you know, that there is hope.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like you don't have anything else to say. No, you don't.
Unless you have anything.
Not really.
Nope.
Yeah, this again. I'm about to say Hang with Jones is not your podcast. Yeah, kids got something to say. Episode 2. Make sure that you, even though you're still on the Hang with the Joneses channel, make sure you still like, share, and subscribe. You're gonna see more of us, more of the other kids. Not messing with Nia. Nia's too young to be talking. And yeah, so maybe we'll see Keisha one day pop up in here and talk about something, be very passionately upset about her old geezer, you know, viewpoints. Anyway.
Daddy one day.
Yeah. So like, share, subscribe, man. A lot of things coming this year. 2021 is gonna be really, really full of a lot of good stuff and topics, and we just getting started. See, we changing set, trying to figure it out as we go along. I hope that you would ride along with us. Till next time.